Computer keyboard is a device that if we can use it correct and know the buttons do, for example, the buttons options, or I can say the usages of the buttons. If we know this type of things, we can improve our working with the computer speed, and this is important for us. Okay, uh, in this video, instead of telling you all of the things about the computer keyboard, I'm going to talk about the history of the keyboard. Okay, maybe this is a single video, or maybe it is a list video, for example 3 videos for the keyboard history and these type of things. Okay, if you are interested in this type of topics, and I mean in this type of videos, watch this video until the end and watch the video. It will appear on the end screen. Okay, both of them are the cool objects. The first one is the large keyboard, or I can say the full keyboard. They have the, I can say, arrow keys, manage part, functions, number pad, and everything. They are collected everything on the keyboards. The size of them are large, and this is the first type of keyboard that I use it because it's better for me and I'm working with the PC. Okay, the second, category, or the second part, the second generation, it has everything except the numpad. Numpad removed for this. This type of keyboards doesn't have the numpad. They have everything except the numpad. The second generation, it doesn't have functions and the control, the manage part, which is on the top of the arrow keys. This keyboard just have arrow keys and the buttons. Okay, this keyboard doesn't have the numpad, functions, and the control, the manage part. The final generation, this keyboard just have the buttons. For example, if you want, you can type, press enter, press escape, or this type of things. Okay, right now we are going to talk about the button material, the button types, or I can say the button materials. At first, we have mechanical keyboard types. Okay, they have lots of sounds. They make lots of sounds, and I can say you need to press the buttons. Push them like this. Okay, after that we have the keyboard types which are similar to the laptop, I can say, keyboards. The height of them is too, look at, for example, this. Okay, the height of them is lower than the mechanical types. The height of them is lower than the mechanical types keyboards, and you don't need to push them a lot. For example, with just this, as fast as possible. Okay, the third type of the keyboard button types is the touch keyboards. For example, this is the keyboard. All of the screen of the buttons is touch. You just, for example, click on that and the keyboard types the things for yourself. Is the touch keyboard. Okay, and we have some types of keyboards which are ergonomic. For example, Microsoft company create lots of ergonomic, I can say, keyboards, and with these keyboards, you don't need to turn on your wrist. You don't need to change your wrist, and on the long term, I can say they didn't make your, for example, hand pain and this type of things. On the long term, they are good to use them on the long term. Okay, this is the button type. Let's jump to the alphabet arrangement. Right now we are going to talk about the arrangement of the button keyboards. For example, again, look at this LG keyboard. The arrangement of that, this keyboard arrangement is QWERTY, QWERTY and arrangement. Okay, if you wanted to know your, for example, keyboard arrangement, see this part. This is QWERTY. Okay, the first arrangement we are going to talk about is the QWERTY. Okay, on the past, the name of that is QWERTY. Okay, on the past we have, for example, the old machine types. Okay, and when the, I can say, typists work with this, they have the lever. Okay, the lever, when you, for example, press a button, the lever hits the paper, and for example, the alphabet or the word will be typed on the paper. This is the work system of the old machine types, and because for improving the speed of the machine type and the typist, and because the levers didn't colliding with each other, for example, if you're a fast typer, for example, they have the, I mean, lever. For if you press F and G at the same time, or for example, as fast as you can. For example, like the game. For example, this is the F and G. When you press it fast, the levers colliding with each other. And because of this, the most alphabet that the typists use, or I can say this is common on the English, they are far with each other. The arrangement of that is this. They separate the most useful alphabets for with each other. This is the first, I mean, arrangement of the keyboard, which the name of that is QWERTY or QWERTY. The next one is Dvorak. Dvorak. Okay, yeah, and when you read it from here, you can say Dvorak. You can see Dvorak on that. Okay, this arrangement invented 50 years after the QWERTY arrangement. On this arrangement, the useful alphabets becomes near with each other. Okay, we are 50 years after the QWERTY, the machine types change, technology the technology improves, and lots of these things happen. They do this and invent the Dvorak arrangement. Okay, after that we have Azerty. When you read it, it will be Azerty. I'm going to put the pictures on this part of the video or on this. You will see the type of the, I mean, arrangement of the keyboard. Don't worry about it. Sorry guys. The Azerty. We are going to talk about the Azerty. The next generation is Azerty. The French people created. When you read it from here, Azerty appeared. Okay, the French people sing with each other. Okay, our language is different from English, and we have the most useful alphabets. Our most useful alphabets is different from the other languages, such as English. What should we do? They invent Azerty. Okay, they put the most useful alphabets near to each other and use this arrangement. Okay, and the arrangement, they use this arrangement just for their own language, just for French. They didn't use this arrangement, for example, for typing on English. With using the Alt and Shift, they change the language and type, for example, with Azerty type. Then if they wanted to type on the English, again they use Alt and English, type the QWERTY. This is the Azerty. After Azerty, the QWERTZ, I mean, alphabet arrangement or the keyboard button types arrangement invented. The German people made it because on the German language T and Z used a lot, and they put T and Z and some kind of these alphabets near to each other. So this With this way, the speed of type improves. And again, like the French people, when they wanted to type, I mean German, when they wanted to type on Germany language, they use that. When they wanted to type to English, they use Alt and Shift and type with the QWERTY or the QWERTY, Dvorak, and this type of things. The last arrangement of the keyboard introduced, or I can say invented it in 2006, and the speed of typing with this arrangement, it is 50% faster than the, I can say, QWERTY and the previous arrangements that introduced. Okay, the type of speed is 50% faster than the previous ones, and the name of that is Colemak. This combination did the least damage to your hands, and is good, for example, for long-term using this type of system, because the hardwares and softwares based, created, invented, released this type of things with the QWERTY arrangement. This Colemak arrangement didn't become popular and no one used it just because of the base hardware and the software's arrangement. They invented, for example, with this arrangement, if you wanted to use the Colemak, for example, when you type on the R, it types F. These things. Because of that, it is not popular anymore. No one uses it. All of us using the QWERTY language, QWERTY button arrangement. Okay, this is the part 1. If you like this part, this is the part 1. If you like this part, press the like button, and I'm going to share the another video, the second part of the keyboard history and all of the things about the keyboard as soon as possible. So if you like this content and you wanted to know more about the keyboard base, don't forget to subscribe the channel and get notified when I share a video. You are the first one to understand. Have a nice day. See you on the next one.